Hey, frenemies, this week's episode is our Halloween special. Moo. Welcome back, frenemies, episode 86. I'm your host, Chris, in the Daddy Shark costume. To my right, Fitzmagic, a.k.a. Sean the Commish. And to my left, the man of the people wearing his crown because he's just a king every day, Ryan Meckes. Yes, Ryan, not magic. He's back in the studio this week. Great to have him back. And we're going into our Halloween special episode. And we're going to talk all things scary.
You like that voice or something, Chris,
I do, right? Does that sound great? Well, let's go into some scary fantasy reactions. Let's jump right into it. It's pretty scary for fantasy owners this week with Odell going down with an ACL tear.
Maybe you did them a favor, honestly.
Ooh. Oh, please elaborate, Sean.
I was kind of out on OBJ already just because of he's just going to be so up and down. The crazy thing was to see Baker just explode once he didn't have to focus and please OBJ. Like, I don't want to make light of his ACL tear, but I think that it's crazy as it is to say the Browns may be better without Odell Beckham Jr.
I can see where you're correct on that when it comes to how that offense is played. I don't know, some of you guys probably have heard, or there's a lot of guys that were hitting us up on social media saying, man, I was on the verge of trading Odell the past week.
I know. I thought about it. Our guy Phil in our league, he had him on the trading block, I think. Oh, no, maybe that was right after he got hurt. But.
Yeah, well, I know some of the guys were like, I was thinking about it, and I said no, and now their chances are gone. All right, so then we move on to the Cowboys. We keep talking about Cowboy quarterbacks, but a little scary concussion to Andy Dalton. What do you think the receivers in Dallas have to be thinking right now, going down to their third stringer from old JMU?
How do you say his name? JMU quarterback, or whatever? Seventh rounder.
Since we're throwing people under the bus, I think I'd like to throw McCarthy under the bus with my segment here. Because, that Cowboys team has so much talent. Yeah, you should be able to put like your mom in there, and they should be able to win a game at wide receiver.
My mom would be a great coach.
Yeah,
you take that back now.
He said
your mom's a nice lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's on McCarthy. I think the Green Bay Packers would have won a lot more Super Bowls were it not for him.
Ooh, hot take.
I kind of agree with Ryan. You're hearing rumors of that coming out, or whispers coming out now from the locker rooms of he's kind of losing the team. And McCarthy may not be the best thing for Dallas.
And Jerry Jones going out there and telling a radio reporter,
he's my man.
Tell him to shut up and that he's my man. So it doesn't look good in Dallas there. So a scary situation for fantasy owners because even Zeke can't even get it going with fumbles and carries, so it's just tough there in Dallas. And another very scary, awful performance on Sunday was Cam Newton.
If your name was Cam, you were bad. Cam Akers and Cam Newton.
Cam Newton, man, he got benched for Stidham going in sometime in the second half.
As a Dolphins fan, I have to say it was very, very nice to see somehow the Patriots are 2-4. Can you believe that?
Ryan has a question.
Yes, Ryan, what's your question?
The whole offseason, it was it Belichick? Was it Brady? Was it both? What do you guys think?
Ooh. So
is this too early?
I think
too
it's
soon?
Unfair because of the defensive holdouts that they had. 12, 13 guys hold out? Or
to me, it's
skip the season for COVID?
It's really hard to judge it. I would love to say that Belichick is just not as good as he without Brady, but the team that he has is awful. Like, that is a bad team that he's coaching right now.
I think they're better. I'm going to say it. They're better offensively with Stidham than Cam right now because Cam can't throw right now.
Yeah. He goes through those stages. I think they need to stick with him just because if they have a chance, it's with Cam.
And Belichick did say that Cam's their guy moving forward, even though Cam in interviews said he could be benched.
All right. He set it up himself.
Then the flip side of that is Brady. And actually, why don't you go to the next segment
Brady,
here? We'll talk about Brady.
Will Antonio Brown make the Bucs offense scarier moving forward? You like all my little theme and
they're all
I love it.
I love them, except for they're all just scary. I don't hear any.
Yeah, I couldn't. I'm not that great at it. I said scary fantasy.
It's like there's other things in Halloween, Chris. Scary.
I tried. But anyways, Antonio
Chris, you're
Brown.
doing a great job. Don't listen to this.
All right, so
Ryan Fitzpatrick is a very positive guy.
I know.
Sean.
You think he is? Well, he just got benched.
I just got benched.
So.
Okay, I'm a little negative right now.
Never mind. Negative now. But Antonio Brown, how does that move the offense forward in Tampa Bay?
I want to hear Ryan first, since he's
yeah.
been big on trying to pick. Oh, you got Des Bryant. It was who you tried to pick up. But
All right, guys. I don't know how many of y'all are in the same position as me, but I drafted Mike Evans, Le'Veon Bell, and Clyde Edwards.
Oh, you do have Antonio Brown, right?
Well, no, wait. What did I say? So I drafted.
No, you said it correctly.
Okay.
But I was thinking in our league, you picked up Antonio.
I did pick him up.
Yeah.
I mean, there's too many mouths to feed. It's just like the Cowboys. You were never comfortable with Amari versus CeeDee Lamb versus Michael Gallup. I mean, I feel no comfort in Mike Evans. He's already been a little up and down. So Antonio Brown, I think he'll turn into Julian Edelman, though. It's a possibility that you see some Julian Edelman.
Especially with Godwin out now.
Yeah.
There's reports that came out today that he's got a broken finger.
Yeah, he had surgery today, but should only miss 1 week. But Antonio Brown can slide in there this weekend and get some more snaps in that could take over a little bit of Godwin's role.
I'm with Ryan on this, that there's too many mouths to feed. It's going to be so hard to tell week to week who it is. They're high upside guys. They can have crazy big weeks. But I just don't think there's going to be a clear answer as to who's going to do what, to where you can say, okay, this guy's a wide receiver one now. And Antonio Brown hasn't played football in a long time.
Yeah.
Let's hold the brakes a little bit. I know that, that's one PSA here. If somebody wants to give you a wide receiver one for Antonio Brown, take that deal instantly. That's the best he could be to me, is at the edge of the top.
Yeah.
Do you guys think Arians? Do you think Arians is going to make him work his way into the lineup, because he don't like him at all?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how that's all going to shake out. I think he will slowly be worked in, but because of the Godwin injury, it may be quicker than he wants it to be.
Yeah, all those receivers are banged up. But all right, let's go from those scary fantasy reactions to our party question of the week.
Ian, would you like to go to a party in my pants?
No, Brick.
All right, let's go.
All right, so our party question of the week. Again, I use the word. I'm not going to use that word "scary" now. What is your favorite, thriller Halloween movie of all time?
Okay.
All right, I'm going to go straight to you, Sean. Sean here is our resident movie expert, and then right there next to him is Ryan, and then I'm just a fanboy.
So I'm going to steal a little bit of Chris's thunder here, but I hated horror movies growing up. I just stayed away from them. I did not want any part of them, which is why I don't feel like I have a good place to draw from for my favorite scary movie. So I went more the thriller route, and if you haven't seen, people have probably never heard of this movie, but Prisoners is a movie with Hugh Jackman that's kind of that suspense thriller of a kidnapping, and there's some jumpy moments, some just creepy things going on in that movie, but it's super well done. Really, really good movie.
If you haven't seen that yet, it's probably on Amazon Prime. Go by and watch it now.
Yeah, well, get on it, boys.
Is it new?
No. This is probably 10 years old.
So when he was still Wolverine.
Still jacked.
He's dad in this, but yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right, so Ryan, what's your Halloween movie or scary movie?
Since it's Halloween, I'm gonna plug Hoobie Halloween.
The
new Netflix movie, right, Adam Sandler. Man, it was so funny.
I haven't seen that.
If you guys
one yet.
get a chance to watch it, it's I'm partial to the guy. I think Adam Sandler movies are a lot of fun, but I really enjoyed it. I think it's great.
Yeah.
All right, Chris.
All right.
With yours, lamest answer ever.
Yes, I had two answers going in, but I went with Casper the Friendly Ghost because I hate any movie that makes me jump, scare, scream, whatever it is. I just hate those type of movies.
What about Rachel? How does she feel about horror movies?
She's not in that camp too, so I'm safe. Woof, I don't have to think that way.
That's what got me into that.
You're out.
Yeah, that's what happened to me.
Yeah.
My wife, she loved scary movies when we first met, and I hated them, and so I slowly had to start watching them. But I think I've pulled her a little bit away from it. We stick more to the thriller type.
Yeah. I almost put down like Charlie Brown and the Great Pumpkin, but no. Okay. That made me look real soft in my daddy shark costume.
Yep. So back to some more fantasy here. We thought we'd have a segment here where we talk about, just go back to the Wayback Machine, and we'll talk about some players in the past that just scared the crap out of you. When you hit that week, all of a sudden, oh no, I have to play this player. I'm going to lose. Ryan, who's your player?
Oh, in the past?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just present. He could be playing currently, but just who had a season where it was just like, I don't want anything to do with this guy.
Yeah, for me, Mahomes was in that category. Like
that MVP year.
He's a newer guy, but my gosh, you can pretty much count on 35 to 40 points against you.
Yeah, that year it was pretty
Last
much
year.
he's going to score
Yeah.
4 touchdowns a week at the beginning of that season.
2018 was
insane.
ridiculous. And he was picked up off mostly waiver wires
Yep.
on that crazy
So
run
people
he
got
had.
stacked rosters and Patrick Mahomes is their quarterback.
That was this guy. Championship with him.
All right, Chris.
All right, so I went with, let's just put the scariest of all time. We all notice is LaDainian Tomlinson.
LaDainian Tomlinson. I know. I
All
wanted
right,
to say
we're not going to cop out that, but we all know LT had the best season of all time. But for me, when I'm playing against guys, I had to remember Christian McCaffrey of 2019. So trying to keep it relevant here, or recently. And
mine has to be 2020. Is that what you're telling me? No.
well, no, yeah, well, babe, I don't know. But yes, 2019 Christian McCaffrey, where he laying as number 1, but he was getting those receiving and rushing.
I was going to say, he's a receiver and a running back. It was unfair.
And he had his total points actually equaled 2 spots.
Yep.
And so that was just stupid crazy. When I played him, I played a team with him because that year I didn't have him in any league. I didn't luck into it. And I was like, oh, my week's done.
I didn't have him anywhere either, and I knew he was going to be amazing that year, which sucks.
Yeah. All right, so who's your guy? I like your pick, so stay with this one.
So this is Ryan will like this one. Actually, no, sorry, you didn't have Peyton Manning that year. You won.
I had his receivers.
Yeah, you had all of his receivers, but that fantastic year that somehow has kept Adam Gase a job
What year was
over and
that?
over and over again in 2013.
Ooh.
Peyton Manning. You want to talk about a quarterback that you did not want to face? 55 touchdowns that year. He was averaging 33 points a week. That's the average. So you know how many above that he had to have to average that? So it was just an offense that was unstoppable. Like I was saying, he won our league based on having Julius Thomas or
What was Demaryius?
the Thomas brothers. Yeah.
Darius Thomas.
I didn't have Julian,
Oh,
but
you
I
didn't-
had Demaryius, and he was their top guy.
Yeah.
So that definitely helped.
So that was one that just when I saw it that week, I'm like, well, let's look to the next week because I don't think I'm winning this week against Peyton Manning.
Yeah, what were some? I know we talked about our 3 guys here, but what were some other crazy, scary fantasy players?
It's hard to think outside of the quarterbacks. I mean, Lamar last year was a huge
I mean,
one.
Andrew Luck was. He was a good
It seemed
30,
to be a lot of
33
the
points a
quarterbacks
week.
that
Yeah.
would really just scare the crap
What
out
about-
of me.
let's think of one wide receiver. I can think of I didn't
I
play
mean, Gronk
fantasy.
had a year that was. Gronkowski
Gronk,
had a
that's a
year
good
that
one.
was crazy.
Oh yeah, tight end scoring wide receiver numbers. That was pretty crazy. Think of Randy Moss's rookie season.
Well, and it hurts.
None of us played fantasy then.
It hurts a lot more, and that would be the wide receiver one I would pick would be Randy Moss. But like you were saying with Gronk, it hurts way more in the tight end spot because not only are you going up against Gronk, who you're pretty sure is going to score over 20 points, but now you're trying to find some tight end that will score more than 5 points.
Yeah.
Whereas with quarterbacks, it's like, oh, I'll get a guy that can score 20.
I think I could sum that up. Outside of the kicker going off, the scariest thing to see at your opponent's lineup when in the matchup for that week is their tight end getting 20.
Yeah.
From there, it just equals out. It's just like my guy's probably getting single digits, even at a close one. That probably got me right there.
Yeah.
The difference maker
So-
at tight end's scary.
We're probably going to wrap it up here, but just to throw it to the 757 podcast to listen to after this, I want to change my answer for scariest, and that would be defenses, because this week I played the Bengals defense out of desperation. They got me -1, and then I played against the Washington football team defense, who got 19 points. So that's a 20-point swing there in that one spot, and it just,
Oh, I hate it.
I can't stop staring at it. It's disgusting.
Well, guys, that's
Get rid of kickers and defenses.
all right. Well, we're gonna before he explodes here on his rant. That's our podcast for the week. It was our Halloween special. We just kind of had a little light of it there. We hope you guys enjoy this, like this. Please watch us on IG TV so you can
Please
see
like us, suburban women.
so you can see me in
You
my
should like
ridiculous
us.
costume. And jump on and watch the next episode of our 757 local podcast. We'll see you guys later. Deuces.
Oh, he almost forgot deuces.
Yeah, almost.